Hello there, mathletes. Welcome back to Math Jamboree. In this video, we have another AP Precalculus type of a question from the topic of polynomial and rational functions. Let's solve this together. A polynomial function p of x is given by p of x equals x minus 3 times x plus 2 times x minus 1. What are the intervals on which p of x is greater than or equal to 0? Intervals are the brackets, the places where the x values are going to take place, and we are given choices A, B, C, D. Let's begin by finding the roots of the polynomial. The roots are the values of x where the polynomials equals 0. To find them, we'll set each factor of the polynomial equals 0. So we have three factors in here, x minus 3, x plus 2, and x minus 1. We will make each of them 0. X minus 3 equals 0. Then we will have a value of x as 3. X plus 2 equals 0. Then x is negative 2. And x minus 1 equals 0. This gives us x as positive 1. So the roots are 3, negative 2, 1. So these are the points where the polynomial is equal to 0. And you've been asked to find where it's greater than or equal to 0. So we will include these points. Next, then we need to analyze the sign of p of x where over the intervals created by these roots. Our roots divide the real number line in 4 intervals. So here is a number line. The first one comes on a number line. Negative 2 we have. After negative 2 we have 1. And after that we have positive 3. So we divide it into 4 pieces, 4 intervals. So we have negative infinity to negative 2, negative 2 to 1, 1 to 3, and 3 to 8. We'll pick test points from each of these intervals and determine whether p of x is a positive or negative in each region. Let's test the point from each interval and substitute into the polynomial. For x equals less than negative 2, let's go with for x equals negative 3. So that means p of negative 3 will be equal to negative 3 minus 3, negative 3 plus 2, and negative 3 minus 1. This is going to give you negative 6 and negative 1 and negative 4. If you will multiply these together, let me write it for you. Negative 6 times negative 1 times negative 4. There are 3 negative numbers. When you multiply them, that gives you negative 24. By the way, you don't have to calculate it. If you see the signs, you can just multiply these signs. All we're looking for is the negative, not the value of 24. So between negative infinity and until negative 2, this polynomial function, the value of this function is less than 0. It's negative. What about for the value between negative 2 and 1? We can use, which number do you think you can use? I always suggest you to use 0 because it's easy to substitute. P of 0 will become 0 minus 3, 0 plus 2, and 0 minus 1. And if you will do this calculations, this gives you negative 3 times 2 times negative 1. So negative times negative is negative times positive is negative, negative times negative is positive 6. So between negative 2 and 1, the value of p of x is positive. So between 1 and 3, it's obvious that we can use 2 for it. P of 2, 2 minus 3, 2 plus 2, and 2 minus 1. And if you will just substitute in here, this is negative 1 times 4 times positive 1. That gives you negative 4. So between 1 and 3, the polynomial function, the value of polynomial function is negative. What about after 3? We can use P of 4 for that. And for the, if you will substitute 4 for it, for the x, 4 minus 3, 4 plus 2, and 4 minus 1. And this gives you 1 times 6 times 3, which is positive 18. So the interval is positive here. So as you can see, the P of x is where P of x is positive. I mean, we have determined that the sign of P of x is each interval. We can summarize our signs. Here is negative, positive, negative, and positive. Since we are looking for that P of x is greater than 0, we want the intervals where P of x is positive or 0. The polynomial is 0 at x equals negative 2, 1, and 3. So we include these points as well. So then we will include negative 2, close, and positive 1, union with, we will include 3 as well, and infinity always open with the parentheses. So if you will look at the choices in here, the choice A is not, choice B, negative infinity, no, in that section is negative, and negative 2 to 1 and 3 to infinity, the choice C, that's what we're looking for. Choice D is not the answer. So the correct answer is choice C for the specific question. So if you will just recap it, we found the roots of the polynomial, analyzed the sign of the function in each interval, and determined the solution where P of x is greater than or equal to 0. Our final answer will be, of course, between negative 2 and 1, including negative 2 and 1, union 3 and infinity. That's how we solve polynomial inequalities like this one. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, you can always leave it below there. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.